All right, everybody, welcome back to the Well Regulated Podcast, pod number 2. With me again is GE Outdoors. Welcome back to the pod.
Thanks for having me.
How was your Christmas?
Christmas was great. I got to have the time off, so that's always good. Always better than working.
Yep.
And I got to hang out with family, so really good. Didn't happen to drink too much or anything like that, so that's always a plus.
Always a plus. Yeah. I went ahead and had 2 beers. Yeah. I had a friend come into town. That was pretty cool. We surprised my wife, and she was pretty excited about that.
Heck yeah. Friends and family.
Yep. Did you get anything cool?
Yeah, I got a few cool things. I got gun case I was telling you about, gun safe, so that's pretty cool. Nice addition to the house. And let's see, yeah, a few other cool things. Got a cool Carhartt sweatshirt.
Nice.
And got some. Well, you gave me a few cool things yourself. I think probably the coolest thing is that backpack.
Yeah, that fishing backpack, that was pretty sweet.
Yeah, I like it. I can't wait to set it up.
I'm not a fisherman, so but if I was like, man, this is what I would want.
You know what's funny? Before that, what I do is I just take the backpack and the loops on the side. I'd loop around the handle to my tackle box, so the tackle box is hanging off the side, and then I kind of just stuff the fishing poles in the center of the backpack and kind of pack everything around it, leave it unzipped at the top. So yeah, it was kind of rough before. This is going to be really, really cool. I'm excited.
Yeah, it has like a little holster for the pole out on the side.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
Heck yeah.
I cleaned up this year. I got some pretty cool stuff. I got like a nylon tarp, so I don't have to use that Harbor Freight tarp for stealth camps anymore. I got like an emergency blanket that also like doubles as like a little tarp. It's like 5x7. Coolest thing I got was a ghillie suit. So we're about to be taking stealth camping to a whole new extreme out here in the desert.
Yeah, perfect.
I'm pretty excited. It looks just like a big dead bush like everything else out here. So that's going to be pretty sweet.
So is that going to cover your whole camp?
No, it's just me. It's just a suit.
Oh.
It's like a sniper suit. Here,
wow.
Check this out. All right. A ghillie suit. Yeah, these are pretty cool.
Yeah, no, I picture it now. It's kind of like, like a swamp man looking suit.
Yeah, but they make
basically looks like a swamp man
for like the snow.
Okay.
Mine is like let's see, desert. So yeah, mine's just like this, all like tan.
Nice, perfect.
Yep.
Especially right now, because here in New Mexico, everything's brown. Everything is dead. All the green's gone, except unless you go to the mountains. This area is brown right now,
right?
So that's perfect, man.
I was gonna make me something like this for New Orleans.
The urban ghillie suits.
Right.
So, can they see that?
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah, that's pretty dope.
Yeah, I actually know some areas here well, not here in Rio Rancho, but over in Albuquerque that would be perfect.
Right, dude?
Yes, sir.
Just in a little scrap heap over here.
That's perfect, man.
Right. I'd say we didn't really have a topic planned for today. Really, the topic of the pod is always staying well regulated. So let's see. You got what's in your pocket? Let's see. I got this. Today I'm carrying the SOG Pentagon. I kind of like this Pentagon style knife. I got 3 in the style. I got this one. I got an out the front one, and I have like a fixed blade.
Oh, nice. All from SOG.
Yeah.
Nice.
SOG.
I like SOG a lot.
They're hit and miss.
You're
I've reviewed a lot of
wrong.
SOG knives.
Yeah.
Their multi-tool game needs to step up.
Sure. I think I do actually have a SOG multi-tool.
Like, I used to rock the SOG multi-tools all the time until I got a Leatherman, and I was like, oh, shoot.
Mm-hmm.
Like, even knockoff. Like, I got a knockoff Leatherman for Christmas. It's like a knockoff Leatherman Wave. Even the quality on that thing is, like, you know, a little bit nicer than SOG. I think they
Really?
need, yeah.
Oh crap!
It's like got spring plier, like it's pretty nice. I've had a couple of SOG multi-tools break on me.
I have an Ozark Trail that's it's not the greatest, but it's not bad. My worst complaint about it is it's super bulky. That's it. Other than that, it's not too bad at all.
Yeah.
For a little cheapy. I
Yeah.
don't know if you've tried much Ozark Trail.
No, I don't even know if I've seen it. Is
So
it?
it's the Walmart brand.
Yeah, I know. I'm familiar with the Ozark Trail. They make some good stuff once in a while. I got one that looks just like a Benchmade knife. It's a Benchmade clone I got for $5. Yeah.
Nice. Does it stay together or does it come apart quite
Dude,
easily?
it's cherry. I use it at work every day.
Really?
Yeah, it's pretty sweet. It has the rocker lock like this one.
Uh-huh.
Not even joking.
Rocker lock,
Yeah.
you call that, huh?
Well, I don't know what it's called. The
What's that
cross
called?
lock, the crossbar lock, I suppose.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
But yeah, it's like a clone of one of their knives. It's pretty cool.
That's cool.
So even one of the customers at work was like checking it out. Can I see that? And I was like, yeah, go for it. I got it at Walmart for $5. I know. I've been looking for one because it's in the knife. If you're a knife guy, like
Yeah.
that was kind of like a fad there for a minute. Was getting the $5 Ozark Trail
Oh, really?
Benchmade clone knife. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm out of the loop. I only got him because out of necessity. 'Cause I think, it's time to go camping, so I'm bringing all the kids. We got to get even an extra knife or two for whoever's, nephews and nieces are going to be there. So
Yeah.
Ozark Trail, I get a bunch of flashlights, bunch of fishing rods, bunch of knives.
Yeah.
Good to go.
Hand them out. Good for
Yes,
the one
sir.
trip at least it'll last.
Yeah, heck yeah. And I found too, a lot of them, the only biggest problem I found is the how they put them together. They're pieced together with those little screws. They're like little Allen screws.
Yeah.
And they just seem to come loose really easy. As long as you stay on top of the maintenance with them, they're not too bad.
No,
Not too bad.
not bad. And Ozark Trail, they are making like some of the Leatherman clones and stuff like that.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think but no, me, I think mine is, I didn't know you were going to ask, but this one's the Kershaw.
Nice.
But this one's super cheap. I know it wasn't any more than $15. Super, super cheap. With Kershaw at Cabela's, and it's got the little finger assist.
Ooh,
Little fingers.
Yeah.
I like it. It's quick.
that was pretty quick.
And then it's got the old school where I don't know what you call this one, but the lock is inside the handle here. You just kind of pull it, and then it collapses inside of that.
That's a liner lock.
Liner lock?
Yeah.
Okay.
Inside the liner.
Then I don't think, is that drop tip? Yeah, it is, huh? The way I kind of like them too.
Oh yeah, tip up.
No, mine's tipped down, I think.
No,
Is
yours
it?
tip up. Yeah.
This is the way I like them, though.
Yeah, because when you can pull it out. Yep.
Not as quick as you, but.
All right, sorry about that. The dog is a cougher. I think he has emphysema.
Not too much coffee.
Yeah, he's back here coughing. He's secondhands like a pack a day.
Oh, man.
Poor dog.
Brutal.
Yeah, my mom sits out on the porch and smokes cigarettes, and he sits next to her, and her arm is down, and the smoke is just like blowing in the poor dog's face.
Man, for how many years now?
Right, and he likes it, but I don't know about now.
Might have a little bit something to do with that cough.
Right.
No, I'm kidding. I don't know. I wouldn't doubt it. You ever forget a pocket knife?
I have, yeah.
How do we do it?
I don't know.
I don't either.
I guess like sometimes if I just need to run somewhere real
Right.
quick, I just grab the gun in the wallet.
Sure.
The essentials.
So that's an all-time thing with you.
The gun?
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, there's times when I'll go out and if I'm by myself,
Mm-hmm.
I won't mind as much not carrying. If I'm with people that I care about, or anybody really that I would feel I need to protect, it's absolute for sure. It's with me.
When I moved
100%.
out of New Orleans and back here, I felt like I could go like just to the store up the street real fast.
Mhm.
I felt safe enough where I was like, I won't carry. And then the second I thought that, I thought to myself, the minute you grow complacent and don't take it is the day that something's going to happen. So I take it everywhere. I don't care. Armed security, cops can be there. It doesn't matter. I will never be complacent with the amount of security. I've learned through the years that I am my own first responder, and it's better to be safe than in a situation. So like, I see where you're coming from, and like, I get it, but every time like I go to do it, just something in my head is like, don't be complacent. It's, you know, anything could happen.
Sure. People
are crazy. People are capable of anything.
So this was my argument. Okay, there's going to be a lot of things that I've conceded on, and I'm still at the point where I make that argument. And as you know, you probably haven't seen me without it,
right?
Hardly ever. And it kind of was my argument for a long time. I'm not going to bring it by myself. I'm not going to get into, you know, a shootout over ego or something like that. It's not always ego. It's, you know, sometimes somebody may have the drop on you. Oops, my bad.
Yeah, you're good.
Like you said, it could be a situation where you're even, you know, defending a bystander or something.
Yeah.
So I get it, and yeah, I kind of also, since recently that we went into a lot of the gun laws pretty deep, you and I. I've realized that it's absolutely my right now, and I was a little worried at first about, you know, law-wise bringing it or having it with me all the time. I just knew that when my family's with me, I don't care what anybody says. Their life comes first.
Yep.
So,
pretty much, yeah.
But yeah, I tend to carry it with me most times.
Yeah. Like, people kind of get... I'm not advocating for any sort of... want everybody to follow their local laws and everything,
yes,
but you can conceal carry in all 50 states if you aren't a little bitch.
Okay, you say this, but as far as I understood, I see, because I saw your post about that, and I was like, no shit, he's not wrong. Okay, but isn't the law that actually that state by state the only way for sure you're legally allowed to be, you know, carry concealed is in your vehicle or in your own home or a place that you rent?
It depends state by state, and I did ask my concealed carry instructor about this specifically when I took the class in Louisiana. So I asked, like, what if you're in your own house or in your own backyard? You don't have a permit. What if you have your weapon on you, like, concealed carry style? And then, like, something happens, like... And he was like, I'm not sure because I don't know if that situation has ever occurred where a situation like that has happened and the police, like, charged the homeowner, you know,
Sure.
with anything because they were defending their property.
See, but I'm saying, you know, I'm talking about when you don't have, say, a concealed carry permit.
Right, and that was the question.
There's two places where you can, right, legally. But now you're saying
the laws, because, I mean, theoretically, I guess you could do whatever in your house, but the law doesn't say specifically if you can or can't conceal carry. Like it. Because they have, like, places like churches and schools and
of course
places that are off limits, but, like, someone's house isn't, you know?
Exactly.
But I don't know. That's where it kind of gets iffy.
Mm-hmm.
But the car, yeah, like in New Mexico, you can have it in the car without a permit.
Mm-hmm.
But
hidden, I mean, concealed.
Concealed,
right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And that's can be on you or in the car, anywhere.
The glove compartment, the
Yeah.
bag,
glove
box.
Yep. Under the seat.
You know, I have a perfect spot, man. I'm not gonna
right under the
much.
steering wheel. They make things for people when you drive. It's a
I've
big
seen
magnet.
those.
It just goes right there.
That's cool.
But what if you hit like the brakes too hard or get in an accident?
Right.
You know?
See, mine has this perfect glove for it. It just fits like a glove and holds it where I need, and super accessible. It's a beautiful spot. Shout out to the Ford F-150.
Do you leave your gun in the car?
You know, I'm going to admit, okay, this is being really open here. I'm going to admit I did for a long time. Not as much on purpose as just lazy, until I heard you say something about it that struck home, and I decided that it's probably never a good idea.
Yeah.
No matter how lazy you may feel, no matter how much you have an alarm on that vehicle, you know, to do that. What do you think?
No, you're absolutely right. There's so many guns that are stolen out of cars all the time, especially where I lived in New Orleans. Like, people breaking into cars all the time. They go down a whole neighborhood and hit every car in the middle of the night. And I had a coworker whose husband was a security guard for the hospital system down there. And she, you know, she didn't let me know. She told me, like, oh, you got a gun, but I told him he has to keep it locked in the car. I don't want it in my house. I was like, you're about to make a statistic out of you guys' self, because a gun's going to get stolen right out of his car and then used in a crime.
Exactly.
Like, it happens all the time.
And this is where it gets to be where I get a little bit of a grievance out of it and an annoyance, because we have these gun laws, right? We're trying to enforce. Not say enforce. The ones that we have, if we'd enforce them, great. What I'm trying to say is, we're constantly trying to introduce new laws to stipulate what law-abiding gun owners can do. But, you know, this isn't that. What we need to have is more education, like that right there, because that's not the argument I'd ever heard. And it's the perfect argument, because it's not the law-abiding gun owners we're needing to worry about here. It's the people that do this. They're going to find them in a car. They're stealing them out of homes. They're breaking around here, they're breaking into the gun shops themselves and stealing them.
Yep.
You know, bashing through walls and things, just doing grabbing and goes. I don't know how many guns these gun shops have lost here in town. And like I say, so that's what really upsets me sometimes with some of these new gun laws, because of course we're going to abide by those laws, but do you think the people that are using guns to commit crimes are going to say, wait, I'm going to abide by this law, but I'm going to disregard every other law there is, but that one I'm going to stay.
Yeah, you said it perfectly. Like, I think there are so many gun laws on the books, like, varying by state and federally. Like, I think if they just enforce some of those, then, you know, they don't need to keep creating, like, new laws.
And in my opinion, I feel like they do, for the most part, enforce most of these laws. I mean, do you?
No, I mean,
see otherwise, or?
Yeah. Have you ever heard of Operation Fast and Furious?
No.
It's an ATF operation where the ATF was selling guns to Mexican cartels through Texas.
I heard of it, but not by that name.
As a way to track where the guns go.
Okay.
How does that even make sense?
Wait a minute.
So you got the ATF supposedly enforcing these gun laws.
Okay.
But at the same time, they're the ones breaking the gun laws. So,
right.
I mean, they ain't enforcing shit unless it's selectively against people who speak out against them.
So, this is a conspiracy, or this has been...
No, that's happened.
Okay.
It's not a conspiracy. Yeah, Operation Fast and Furious. Fast and Furious. It happened during Clinton and Obama.
Wow. I didn't pay much attention back then. It took
I think
the
I was
world
like 12.
I didn't care. All this time, it took the world to get in the shape it is right now for me to stop and say, what's going on? And, you know,
no, I will
stay tuned in a little.
I will give you that. So they do enforce the laws, but it is selective. They're you know, going after guys who bought a force reset trigger claiming it's a machine gun, or going after guys who have a YouTube channel because they might have seen a bump stock on it. You have like all the gangs and the cartels with like Glock switches and shit running through cities all crazy, and nothing's happening with that. You know what I mean?
I see what you're saying. Yeah, I completely get your point.
Enforce the laws correctly.
Yeah, thank you.
Quit trying to put more.
Right.
You know.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know. I think all gun laws are infringements.
Yeah. So there was one we talked about yesterday that old school shooters.
Fuds. Fuds.
I've never heard the term.
You've never heard the term FUD?
No.
Okay. FUD is
this
just
some type of an acronym or
no.
Okay.
A FUD is just like one of those old school people who's like, you know, like an old FUD,
like a fuddy duddy.
Kind of more like an Elmer FUD. Like,
okay,
you don't need nothing
Two
more.
Ds.
You don't. You
Okay,
you don't need nothing more than a shotgun. You know. But yeah, we were having a little bit of a discussion yesterday. So what we were talking about was carrying one in the chamber. I say you carry one in the chamber, and that's the only way to roll. But yesterday you were thinking different.
I was.
Yeah, what were you thinking?
So I've been out of the loop per se, right? For reasons we'll go into another podcast.
Yeah.
But as far as modern firearms are concerned, and let's bring it back to when I did have my modern firearms. This is as soon as I turned 21. I'm almost, I'm getting close to 50 now. I turned 21. I went out and got my first modern firearm. It was a 380. I think I paid $90 for it at the liquor store in Chandler, Arizona. All right. Anyways, at the time I had already a 3-year-old. Okay, and I carried open always. Never carried concealed. Back then, there was a big, if not law against, it was just a stigma, more or less, back then against carrying concealed. And first thing I'd do, I'd get pulled over, show the cop where it was every time, things like that.
Mm-hmm.
It was a real open thing for us in Arizona when I was a kid. Anyways, so in my opinion, for a 3-year-old, I pass out. Let's be honest, I used to drink. I used to do a lot of things, smoke cigarettes, do a lot of things back then. Smoking cigarettes, drinking alone. It's hard on the body. Who knows if I could have had some type of a episode where I could have fainted, per se. There's my 3-year-old here. He gets a hold of that. I'm pretty sure he can snap loose the Sidekick. It was the holster I used to use. It was called a Sidekick. Super cheap little. You probably seen a Sidekick. Okay, it was a canvas.
Never heard of it.
You remember the canvas holster, super cheap canvas holster? You just snap them.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, for a 3-year-old, snap that loose. Trigger pull is not very much, but how many pounds is a trigger pull on a 380 auto?
Probably like 3.5 pounds.
Easy for a
For
3-year-old, don't you think?
Yeah.
So was my biggest argument when I was carrying that type of a firearm. And as for him to be able to, or her to be able, to be able to grab it and rack one, that's a different story. It's not going to happen, So,
Mm-hmm.
so I had a great argument at the time. Now, there's no kids in the house. Your situation, say, it's all situational, right?
Yeah.
And in this situation, I probably would assume you'd agree on that particular situation.
Yeah, definitely.
Since then, I will add just real quick that I have researched modern firearms, the difference in speed when you're in a situation. One, I couldn't find anybody that could do it as fast. A tenth of a second, I think, was the closest anybody got that I found on YouTube in a drawing situation. And the other thing is, these modern firearms are drop safe, is what I found. So you're not worrying about one going off like in the cowboy days when you have a hammer against the, which is what I use, a revolver. But even my revolver has a spot in between rounds that holds the hammer. So even if it fell, it'd be good to go. But yeah, so I'm sure you had a lot of those arguments.
Yeah.
Already lined
definitely.
to shoot me down. So I do concede, but still, like I say, I feel like there is certain situations where it would be pertinent to not have one in the chamber.
No, definitely when I first started carrying, yeah, I definitely, like, at night, I wouldn't have one in the chamber because I figured if somebody was coming through the house, I'd have enough time. But I was also just not confident, I guess, until, like, I carried regularly. So it was something that I definitely, like, mentally had to get over for sure. But now that's the only way I carry. One of the things I was going to argue as a point was, you don't have one in the chamber. Situations happening, you get that adrenaline spike, start shaking, you go to grab your gun out of your pistol and you hit that mag slide or that mag drop on your way to grab, you pull your gun out, present, your magazine falls out.
Gotcha.
You have an empty gun. You don't even have the one that you could use to go recover your mag and keep going.
Right. Not only that, yeah, no, I hear you.
Unless you carry a backup mag, which I recommend, and you could get that quickly. But if you don't, you only have the one, it goes down. You got to go get that mag.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I couldn't come up with any great arguments against it. I really couldn't, except for, like I say, the situation I was in at the time. I don't think I would have at all. And not that I was, like, drinking around the kids and having a firearm or anything. I'm just saying, like, I was abusing my life a little bit at the time. So even you never know what situation could present itself. And that would be the one where I would say absolutely you should probably not.
Yeah, I suppose
if there's a child that could potentially, say you did have some type of a health episode, you have it there strapped, you're out, kid doesn't really understand what's going on, oh, toy.
Yeah, yep, fair enough. Yeah, I mean, that's something I got to think about too, because now I have everything locked up except the one I carry on me.
Exactly.
And
that's the one where... That's the one in question.
Right.
So at this point, you can't even crawl, stand, sit up, anything. So you're good. But
yeah,
it may be a point to think about at some point.
Right.
But and not only that, but again, it all depends too on how your muscle memory is imprinted from what you've done all your life. And personally, I've been a gun owner, enthusiast, and user since I was a small child. And racking that bad boy is kind of second nature to me.
Right.
So I may go to do that anyways in a situation if I ever were. So, it all depends on you too, what you're comfortable with, in my opinion.
Yeah. Are you familiar with the YouTube channel Active Self-Protection?
No.
Camera's going all blurry. So there's one video that I saw that changed my whole outlook. Watch, put your headphones on. I'm about to show it to you. This one will make you think. Pimp. Sorry, that dog's just going at it again. All right. Got it queued up. This is an old video. This one is 7 years old. All right. RIP to those headphone users. Let's go.
You need a firearm to defend yourself? You need it right now. Hi everyone, this is John with today's active self-protection lesson out of Bakersfield, California. Shows us an armed robbery here that goes very wrong for the intended victim. Sure. It's going to show us here the incredible importance of keeping your firearm loaded, chambered, and ready to go. Because this man does not have his firearm chambered, he had the rest of his life, unfortunately, to try to get it ready. The man in the apron is the owner of the store, and his son is sitting down there, and there's two armed robbers in his store, and they've just taken his wallet and are demanding more from him. You can go read the news story that's on our website. I've linked the description to get you there and read some more about it. But when he decides the time is right, he actually has a gun on him, pulls his gun, But unfortunately, the armed robber gets his shot on target first.
Still trying to rack
Neither
it.
the
You see
owner
that?
nor his son lived through this armed robbery.
Right.
We're going to go back and learn.
Watch, he's still
And
trying to
neither
go
the
for
owner
it.
nor his son lived
Still,
through this armed robbery.
still trying to rack it. He
But
couldn't do it.
unfortunately,
Sure.
the armed robber
This-
gets his shot on target first,
In my-
and neither the owner
coulda-
nor his
I
son
don't think he
lived
should have
through
went for
this
that
armed
gun,
robbery.
though. It wasn't the
We're gonna
right
go back and
time.
learn.
The guy had the drop on him for sure.
Absolutely.
You're absolutely right, and your chances of
Yeah, he should have been a little smarter there.
yeah, I mean,
Racked or not.
yeah,
Racked or not.
but that's the video right there that kind of changed
Your perspective completely.
my perspective.
When you
Yeah,
see it,
definitely.
like that, and
I
you
mean-
hear that the poor guy didn't even survive.
Yeah, or the kid, but
I think that's a situation, and anybody out there that've been that, you should give them, just have total cooperation, unless you know for sure that your next move is going to be a move that you can accomplish.
yep. There's another one here. Here, let's watch this one real fast.
Practice, practice, practice.
Yep.
We got to get out there,
In the
bub.
chamber can cost you the time to launch a successful counter ambush. Welcome to today's active self-protection lesson. I'm your host.
All right, they're saying open the safe. This guy has like a old school Remington or something. Let's see. I think it's gonna be that guy. It is. Yeah, he had to rack.
Did he?
Yeah.
I missed the pool.
Let's see.
Was he concealed carry?
Yeah,
Ready to
Yeah,
go.
obviously, huh?
This would
here we go.
bystander at this point, and he doesn't have, they're not pointing at him, they're not looking at him, he is off in the
Right.
corner. So
Right.
if he
See?
was kind of
Smart.
ready to go, this would probably be his best bet to get
Gotta
a
be
counter
smart.
ambush. So one of the things that we say in an armed robbery is you have to wait your turn and you have to
There
take
you
your turn.
go.
Wait
This
your
was
turn,
probably
take your
his
turn.
first
There you
turn.
go.
Now he would have to be pretty switched on to see these guys come in, see one of them has a gun, and then instantly flip the switch to go button. But okay, let's just say he didn't. Now they're gonna just stroll past him to where these bad guys are back behind. Now you notice here that what he's got is he's got his hands up. Hey man, I don't want any problems. Definitely take that wait your turn, but then you have prize counter ambush because they're gonna go because it gives you a
here we
much
go.
great angle between the two of them, right? He's got them stacked one behind the other,
Now I know who
and
I'm
nobody
looking
else
at.
around. Now, of course, we don't know what the backstop is in the wall, you know, on the other side of the
true.
wall that he is looking at. However, this was a great counter ambush opportunity if he was fast with his gun. If he has about a 1.5 second draw to first shot here, the gunman who's in
But
back
he had
will
to
obviously see
rack.
through the grab man, and he can smoke both those guys
he has to
without too much issue. But you
Right.
better be good with your gun. Now, again, he's just going to leave him okay, fine, and this is his decision.
Right there,
point.
right
Now,
there,
he
that
makes the
would have been
decision
it.
right here. I'm going to draw
He's
and
going
shoot
for
these
it.
guys. And I got to ask the
the
question, and a
backstop.
lot of people are asking the question, is this justified in the moment?
Yes.
Are these guys still an imminent deadly threat to him and to his? I think the answer to that is yes. They are threatening everyone with guns still. They've not made an escape yet. They're about to make an escape, but he doesn't know where they're going at this point. All he knows
No.
is they pointed guns at him and everyone else and are a deadly threat. So it's okay at this point, I think, for him to get his gun out and go to work. But notice a couple things here. Number one, he like futzes with his clear garment, and that sets his pistol
Yeah,
mounted
he could
light
not
off. That
pull
tells me
it.
that he's probably carrying
was
substandard
side
gear
carrying.
and
Yeah.
suboptimal gear. Don't recommend that stuff, and because problems like this happen, and now you got a pistol mounted light you're not ready for, and he has to chamber his gun.
See?
Now that chambering of the gun took up about
there.
3/4 of a second, maybe a little bit less than that, 0.6 to 3/4 of a second, and that cost him everything. Because again, now in this moment, he's made that decision. I got to chamber that gun and get up.
It's over.
Is he still
They're
justified to use
leaving.
deadly force? I think he
No.
still is. I don't think there's any problems with that,
Oh,
but
no.
it's taking
I think
him
they're
a lot
leaving now.
longer because
Yeah, but,
of
like,
chambering a gun.
else are they gonna
That
shoot?
now that takes him time, and so his first shot is absolutely unaimed fire. That is one of my big problems here. Is that chambering the gun, he knows he's behind the power curve. He knows that it's going to cost him more time. So that first shot breaks.
Yeah,
when
you
that-
can't pray and spray in a situation like that. Yeah, so that was another one
Not
that
with
I
other
had seen,
people. Yeah.
and that was like, come on.
Yeah.
Yeah, another
Agreed.
point.
Agreed.
Another point to the argument. But that's why you should also train too. I'm a big advocate for training. There's nothing, and I hear people like, oh, I think you should only be able to carry a gun if you get training and all this, you need a license and all this BS. First of all, the Second Amendment is my license. Nowhere in the Second Amendment doesn't say you need to be trained. It says a well-regulated militia being necessary to the security of a free state. The Second Amendment shall not be infringed. But regardless, you should stay well-regulated, not only in your arms and stuff, but in your training. And you're going through some training right now. It's not necessarily, firearms training, but what are you doing right now?
Well, it's just a little personal training, because I'm getting...
It's like boxing, huh?
Right, yeah, because I'm getting up there in age, and I've got a little something to encourage me. Let's just put it that way. You and I already talked about it.
Right.
But yeah, I'm doing some boxing training. It's just fun. I've always enjoyed that kind of stuff, and it's an easy way for me to get into my fitness at this age and still enjoy it. So I'm doing some grueling stuff. I never realized how hard it actually is to do that type of training.
Yeah.
Wow. And I haven't even got into the running part.
That's
going to be the rough one. Yeah. I'm doing some cardio, so I'm going to where, I don't know, you know how when you get like that tight feeling in your chest and it starts to burn?
Oh, yeah, that's me when I tie my shoes.
You got to come out there with me. Let's go, man.
Yeah.
It's not that... It's not that bad. It's just a matter of doing it. Once you start doing it, it's like, this ain't bad.
Right, getting into the habit. That's the thing that it takes, getting into the habit of like training and working out and stuff. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Well, that sounds fun. Yeah, definitely. I need to get my body into shape. I'm waiting for RFK to make me healthy again,
Yeah, same here.
I'm all eating a quarter pounder and shit that way because, I don't know if he's going to take that away from me.
No, he's going to make him healthy.
Get shredded just eating quarter pounders, hopefully.
Heck yeah.
Just kidding.
Bet you could. Protein.
Bro, when I was on the keto diet, if I didn't pack a lunch or whatever, what I would do is I'd go to Wendy's and I'd get 2 bacon junior cheeseburgers and I'd take the patties off and just fucking use the meat as the patties with like the bacon and pickles and everything in between.
Dang.
Yeah, that's where it's at.
No meat patties.
Yep.
Yeah, no, don't get me wrong. I love fast food, man, but like I said, you start getting up a little further in age and you start really thinking about stuff. The neat thing I like about fast food is like when I'm working out, I gain weight quick.
Yeah.
With the fast food, you see it like within a week. Like when my son comes to visit, we like to eat a lot of fast food. And man, after that week's up, I see it in my cheeks, I got little puffy cheeks. And I'm like, that's really cool about it. But at the same time, like I said, and then we're dealing with my grandparents right now, being up there in age, at the point where I'm seeing what all this does do to your body after time, all the ways that we've always eaten.
Right.
Because, back in the day, nobody really cared.
Yeah, and also back in the day, like fast food wasn't like subsidized with all the chemicals that are in all the food and stuff.
Think so?
Like, yeah, for sure.
Oh,
like back
changed.
in the day.
Yeah,
they didn't.
Used to be probably almost
just
like
meat.
Like real food.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, so to speak.
I think something happened in the 60s that changed, like
a lot of things happened in the 60s.
Regulations started happening, corn subsidies started happening, and then like lobbyists started happening, and then started passing all these laws that like, especially in like the sugar industry, where they had like allotments and stuff. And like they had to put warnings and stuff, but then the sugar lobbyists went in and like stopped all that. Like I remember Michelle Obama was doing that like make kids healthy bullshit, and she was gonna be all like cut out sugar and all this stuff, and that's how it was gonna start. And I remember it kind of starting that way, but then like Big Sugar got involved, and she was just like, I guess no more vending machines. You know what I mean? Like nothing.
I do remember
nothing
that.
in like the school diets, cafeterias changed.
I
Like
do remember
nothing
that.
changed.
No more
bro.
vending machines.
They
That
were
was
just like no more vending machines. Right? They cut out recess for kids. Now these kids can't even
Did they
play
really?
outside. Yeah, dude. Kids can't play
Whoa.
outside anymore. Like
Huh.
it's just like
I'm gonna have to ask my
It's
grandson
crazy.
about that.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous. I don't know. No, you know what? I asked the girls the other day, the nieces, and they said they have PE of some kind because they played dodgeball. They told me so.
is it daily?
Thank God. I bet not. I bet it's a PE day, huh?
Right?
I didn't
Yeah.
ask them that.
1 day a week for physical
I was just glad to
education.
hear that they actually have PE.
Right?
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, dude, that's crazy. When I was in school, I think like my kind of generation was like the last of like a good era. Like my high school had like auto shop, wood shop, metal shop. Like you
Same.
could take all these different electives.
Yeah.
What was the other thing we were just talking about?
I don't know.
Well, anyway,
About the PE.
oh yeah,
the
PE.
physical education.
Yeah, like you could take like PE. PE was like every day. It was part of the schedule, and I remember PE was like grueling. It
In
was like
high
weight
school?
training.
Are you talking about high school?
Yeah,
well,
in
in high school we
school.
had one called gym.
Yeah,
At
it
our
was
school.
gym.
Yeah,
But they don't now.
every day, and it was actually a class.
After I graduated, gym was like twice a week.
Oh, wow.
They got rid of the auto shop. They got rid of the wood shop. They got rid of like all of like the technical stuff.
That sucks.
Yeah, so it's definitely different.
That sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had kind of like a little vocational school inside of our high school where you could take those different things. It was
Yep.
pretty neat. It was called like VOTEC,
Mhm.
vocational technology. Yeah.
Yeah, I think they're all like just pushing it to like tech stuff, like instead of like the
Sure.
the like real technical stuff, like working on a car and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It's all going to like computer programming and stuff. I think anyway.
Yeah.
I could be wrong. I haven't been to school since 2006.
Well,
I know
pretty
it's
cool.
been longer for you.
Yeah. No, that was a minute ago.
But yeah. Anyway, there's one more thing I wanted to show you and get your opinion on. So, we got this hood prank here. And what would you do if something like this happened?
Come on, blood. Don't do that. Man, but I don't even play like that, my nigga. I don't play like that, bruh. That shit for real, bruh. I don't even do that, bruh. I don't play like that, bruh. I'm not with none of them games, bruh. None of that extra shit, bruh. You keep going with that ghost
I
shit.
mean, his hand the phone.
Turn you into a ghost.
So far,
Come on now, bro. Don't play with that shit, bro. My mama, nigga. I don't play none of that shit, bro. Back up with all that goofy shit, bro. I don't play none of that, bro. Back
There's
up.
a guy-
I'm
the
not one
clown
of them
has a
ones,
hammer?
bro.
yeah.
You can cool with all that shit you got
It's
on. I'm
and
not
a
one of them
little horn.
ones. Play if you want to. Find out. Red hum, blood. Put that hammer down. What you gonna do about it? On my mama, I'm not one of them ones. Find out what you gonna do. Put that hammer down. Come on, bro. What's up, nigga? Put that hammer. Come on, bro. Don't play with none of that. I'm not one of them ones, bro.
I don't know. As soon
Come
as
on,
he,
put it up. Come on, bro. Come
Yeah.
on, blood. You doing one of them ones, bro? I'm not. You playing this shit real out here, bro. Oh, my mama, what you doing, blood? My mama, touch my if you want to, blood. You got step around this. My mama, nigga, you a weirdo. The fuck is you on, blood? The fuck touch my if you want to, nigga. Oh, come on now, blood. You playing.
That guy's
Blood, you
pretty
playing.
young though. You know,
Touch me if you
at
want
that
to.
age, what
Shit
would
was
I have
in his
done?
bag, nigga, open that
I'm
shit up.
absolutely engaged, just like he is.
I don't know if me right now, if I'm walking down the street, a guy in a clown outfit comes around and raises a hammer at me.
Right.
I'm probably letting off a couple rounds.
Oh damn! No,
Bro, I
wouldn't
don't
do
know.
that.
I don't. It's not a fucking
I
prank
think
to
I could
me,
take him with a
bro.
hammer. See,
Some
I-
dude coming at me with a hammer.
If
Yeah,
it's-
that's it.
Again, I go back to my stance earlier. Like, if it's just me at this age, I'm ignoring, and I'm just, hey, get away, get it. And if it actually seems like a threatening move towards me, that's going to be the last move. That's it. It's engagement time. But if my family's nearby, we're not even going to wait that far.
Yeah.
Let's just engage.
Yeah, I mean, he did raise the hammer and
Let's
fucking
engage.
juked him out, you know?
And when I carry, it's showing, so.
Yeah.
I was, hey,
Hard target, huh?
Hey.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that was one thing I wanted to say about, like, all the guns getting broken into. Like, I don't even put that, like, my car just looks like a regular ass car. I don't put any, like, stickers on it. There's not even a flag sticker. I got nothing. Because most of the time, people see those cars that have like a Glock sticker or Remington or whatever. They're advertising to get their car broken into.
Exactly. See, because I found something really cool for my red truck, and it was it said Super MAGA Edition. It's like a little symbol that goes where the F-150 goes.
Yeah,
that's awesome. But I thought the exact same thing.
Yeah.
It's just, it's just going to give somebody a reason. These guys don't have a filter on what they're going to do, you know?
Right.
People that are real extreme.
Oh, yeah,
I decided against it as well.
Especially in Albuquerque, man. You got a lot of left-leaning people, I guess, that are pretty on the...
That's one thing I wanted to ask you. Do you think that... New Mexico will ever lean towards more centered right?
Yeah, I think...
like it has in the past, hasn't it? Or
yeah, definitely. I think in not the next election for president, but the one after, I think
it's going towards...
It's kind of like Nevada. Nevada was kind of like the same, and Nevada just pretty much went red this last election. But yeah, I feel it, and the people here are feeling it too. Finally, you have like a pretty awful governor, and you have a border crisis that's out of control, and then you have, I mean, New Mexico is pretty much like a sanctuary state, and people don't like that.
Right.
Like, people's money is going to like non-Americans, and Americans aren't very pleased with their tax dollars not going to Americans. Like, you have all these, like, now we're going to get political, but you have all these, like, you know, cities that are putting up migrants and, like, hotels and stuff. You know that the taxpayers are paying for all that.
Right.
I've never been in a hotel that fancy. I don't know about you.
I have.
Yeah.
No, I don't know about that fancy. I've been
like,
in
they're up at, like,
hotel.
the Roosevelt and stuff in New York.
I didn't pay for it. My mom did.
Okay.
So it was freaking cool.
But yeah, I mean, you know, they get allowances and stuff, and all FEMA paid NGOs to hand out money to...
What's an MGO?
A non-government organization.
Okay, gotcha.
And then there were hurricanes on the East Coast, and then FEMA was like, we're out of money.
Right.
So I think that makes sense. That's why people are mad. And
well, let's focus on what we should really be mad about. Elon Musk only gave a little bit of money to them.
He's the president now.
He only gave a few million to help, didn't he, or something? He went and gave them free Starlink.
Yeah, he did Starlink,
and I think he did donate something.
Probably,
but I heard him kind of upset that he didn't donate enough.
Oh yeah,
you know.
Yeah, no, but the whole time that's going down, got the Biden administration just like giving money away to like Ukraine. You had people from the State Department coming on like, we restored power to this whatever Eastern European country, and it's like, yeah, but you got Americans on like the brink of winter with no house after a major hurricane. Like, even here in New Mexico, you have like the wildfires and stuff that happen, and they declared a state of emergency and trying to get like assistance from FEMA.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know the specifics of that, but I'm sure there are people who got denied, or they only set like so much money for people for help, and it could have been so much more. But because FEMA is out of money for giving it away, there's no money for the people of New Mexico.
Wow. That's a trip.
Yeah. Yep. Solid trip. And then now they're selling pieces of the border wall for like pennies on the dollar. You got Trump like asking Biden to stop doing it. But I don't know. Shit's wild.
Yeah, I don't know about that whole situation, man. We got less than a month of this leadership that we have here.
Yeah, we'll see. I don't know. I don't know. Trump always talked a big game. Hopefully this next go around more stuff gets done, because
so with that disaster that was going on, they're still suffering right now without power and things like that.
Yeah, definitely.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, they don't even have like the trailers over there for people. People are living in tents. Pretty crazy stuff.
Oh crap!
Right. Anyway, let's switch gears. It's kind of depressing.
Yeah,
we got New Year's coming up.
Nice.
You got any resolutions?
No, just the getting in shape thing. That's it.
Yeah,
that's it. Really.
Maybe I'll do that too. I feel like that's everybody's resolution.
Always right. That's
right.
Real generic. Yeah. My bad, but that's the only thing I got.
Right. No, that's all good.
You?
Yeah, the same. Get into shape. No, I don't know. I need to make more review videos. I need to get back into that. I've been behind the desk doing all this live stream podcast stuff, and need to get back outdoors and do some other type of content like stealth camping or reviews. It's just harder now with the baby. That's why I kind of like got this set up, because at least here, if baby wakes me up at 2 a.m, you know, I can like come over here and bust something out.
No, it's great. You're keeping it rolling. You're keeping it rolling, man. I think that's great, because you know, I don't
have to pivot. Yeah, I guess.
Well,
pivot
there was a little
channel
there.
Yeah, there was. Yeah, the wife
understandably
the wife had a rough pregnancy, so like there was a lot of taking care of her, and moving out here, and now that the baby's here, like she gave me the hour for the podcast, and it ended up being like 2.5 because I had to go to work and for an emergency call 2 times, but that's okay. So we finally are in here doing it, but yeah, I'm gonna have to give her a break here when we're done for sure. I owe her that.
I get it, man.
But yeah, thanks for coming in the new studio. I promise we'll get you a better background over here than the green screen, but but what we got to work with today.
No, thanks for having me, man. This was a blast to me, because I just get to come and hang out with you and shoot the crap,
shoot the shit on the well-regulated podcast. Well, let everybody know where they can find you.
So right now I'm doing a lot of work on GE Machines, man. I'm kind of nonstop on there, so if you want to check out some dirt bike stuff, that's mostly what I'm into on there right now. And other than that, you can check out GE Outdoors. I got plenty of videos on there, fishing and the like. But lately I haven't been on there too much. I've been too busy with the dirt bikes. So GE Machines, thanks.
Yeah,
thanks for checking it out ahead of time if you do.
You're on X now too, so you don't got a lot going on there yet, but start posting some short videos or something, especially of the dirt bike stuff. I think people will like that. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, get people. It's all political there. People, we need to find different niches on X, I think, and different content.
It out yet.
Just hit post and post a video, and just it's all in one screen. So it's not like YouTube where it's like make a title, make a description.
Right.
It's literally just write your message, or you could write your description and put your video and just send it out. But anyway, follow my cousin GE Outdoors, GE Machines, and you guys can follow me everywhere at Deep South EDC. What do I got? Got a Rumble. Follow me on Rumble, YouTube, of course, and on X. Got a Facebook. Don't really use it, but Instagram sometimes. Get some good pictures of me before funerals. And
yeah, that was a good one.
And with all that, we wish everybody a happy new year. And remember, it's a crazy one out there, so stay well regulated. We'll catch you on the next one.